right. Oh, fun times, everybody. Thanks for being here. So early. Sometimes 5 a.m. is earlier than other times. That's okay. Got the coffee. So, get out your mat, set your lights, set up your music, grab your coffee, and today's focus is going to be on warrior poses. So we're going to get that warrior strength going. It's going to feel really good. And morning, Mom. And yeah, it's going to be a good time today. Whew, I need to wake up. Like I said, some mornings 5 a.m. is earlier than others. I don't know what it is. That's okay. It's okay. So grab your mat and go have a seat. I'm going to go have a seat. I'm going to have a couple extra sips of coffee. and then we will get started. All right. Okay. So find that comfortable seated position, whatever it's looking like for you today. Settle in, and when you're ready, just close your eyes and just bring your attention to your breathing. That's it. That's all. Just breathe. Bring your attention to your inhale. And let those deep breaths slow down. Take your time, fill your lungs. We're going to give those deep breaths a little more room. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Lifting your ribs away from your hips, get a little taller. Staying tall, exhale. Hands back into your lap. Another deep breath in. Reach up, lift up, get tall. Staying tall. Hands back in your lap. And as you're taking these deep breaths, just notice how you feel. Just notice if there's anything that's a little tight. It could be absolutely anything. It could be the space between your eyes. Aww. And this isn't about making a judgment call about it. Just notice. Notice what you're feeling physically. You know, by the end of class, we're going to come right back here and it'll feel different. Take just a couple more slow, deep breaths, because in a second, we're going to start moving those deep breaths around. And that just by itself will make these deep breaths feel different. Notice what moves. And then open your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. Reach up, lift up, get tall. And exhale, bow forward. Let's start by taking those deep breaths across your back. Let your whole back widen as you inhale. If it feels okay in your neck, you can just let your head hang. Just whatever's feeling good to you right now. Just come as far forward as you feel comfortable. Take those deep breaths. Inhale, reach up, lift up, get tall. Staying tall, exhale and twist. Nice tall spine. Focusing those deep breaths right into the center of your body. And another deep breath in. Reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall, and exhale, open over to one side. Ooh, yeah. Top shoulder rolls back, top arm reaches over, breathing right into your rib cage. Feel it expand up towards the ceiling. Keep reaching, keep breathing, and roll that top shoulder down towards the floor. Feel that stretch move into your back, and let those nice deep breaths follow it. Inhale up. Reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale to the other side. Top arm reaching over, top shoulder rolls back a little bit. Taking those deep breaths right into your rib cage. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Roll that shoulder down towards the floor. Reach, reach, reach. Woo! Feel that stretch move into your back. And let your breath follow it. Inhale up. Exhale, reach forward and round back. Inhale, open. Breathing right into your chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift up, get tall. And exhale. Hands back in your lap. Close your eyes again. Let's go back to those nice deep breaths. And already that should feel a little different. I don't know if you can hear, there's a little breeze right now, and I've got the garage window is open and I have some wind chimes out there. And so that's my soundtrack for today, is this breeze through the trees and the sound of wind chimes. That's pretty all right. Come on up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Put your fingertips down first. Then that first big set of knuckles, then your palms. Just take a couple deep breaths here. Think of lengthening through your spine. Think of your tailbone reaching back and the crown of your head reaching forward. Because everything that you do is easier when your core is strong, we're going to start with those extreme exhales. So go ahead and get started on those. If you're not sure what you're doing, no worries. I'm going to talk you through it right now. But if you already do, go ahead and get started. We're all working at our own pace on this one. So starting with a forceful exhale, and then resist the temptation to breathe in. Just keep pushing out every last little shred of air until you cannot push anymore. You're going to feel those abdominal muscles crank down. When you can't push anymore, just relax and you'll get a nice deep breath in. So we'll do a whole bunch of these, everybody working at their own pace. Waking up that transverse abdominis. And we're going to do one more. And then when you're done, you can sit back and we'll take a wrist break. Right, back to all fours. And we're gonna get right into cat and cow. So taking a nice deep breath in, retract and depress your shoulder blades, tilt your hips, scoop your chest, look up. And then exhale, protract and elevate your shoulder blades, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, retract, depress, tilt, look up. Exhale, protract, elevate, tuck and round. Going at your own pace, following your own breathing. And let those deep breaths get you deeper into this stretch. So once you think you're about as deep as you can get, see if you can take in a little more air. And then in cat, once you think you're as deep as you can get, then push out a little more. Couple more deep breaths in. And then when you're ready, just settle back into neutral spine. Do a little twists too. Bring your left hand right underneath the center of your chest. Take your right arm, reach it under, tap your shoulder blade, and then reach out and up, pushing the floor away with your left arm, reaching up with your right. Reach under and reach up. Reach under and reach up. Just going as far as you can. Reach under. Reach up, opening up through your chest, reach under, opening up the front of your shoulder, reach up, getting strength through your upper back, reach under, reach up, reach under, reach up, one more, reach under, and reach up, and bring that right hand down, switch places with your left. And reach that left arm under and up. Reach under and reach up. Push the floor away with that right arm. Reach under and reach up. Reach that left arm up. Reach under and up. Left shoulder blade squeezing towards your right. Reach under and up. Reach under and up. Reach under and up. One more. Reach under and reach up. Ooh, all right, let's sit back. Let's take a little wrist break. Now, back to all fours. We're going to get into our hip circles. So shift your weight over to that left knee, pick up that right knee, 90-degree angles, and just start drawing circles with your knee. And you only want to make those circles as big as you can without moving through your back. So this movement is just coming from that hip joint. So if today they're not very big circles, that's okay. It's all good. You're just getting that joint moving around. And then draw those circles the other way. Moving that joint around and waking up those muscles. And then bring that right knee down. Pick up your left knee. Same thing. Drawing those circles, keeping that 90-degree angle, and only making those circles as big as you can without starting to twist and roll through your spine. Just moving from that hip joint. And then draw those circles the other way. Bring your knee back down, open your knees out to the edges of your mat, big toes touching, sit back, wide knee, child pose, press your chest down towards the floor. Deep breaths. Alrighty. Back up to all fours. It is time for down dog. Plant your hands again. If you feel like that first big set of knuckles has started to kind of float up off the floor, fingertips, first big set of knuckles, then your palms. Get all that weight balanced more evenly again, and then turn your toes under. Take a deep breath in. And push and pull back into down dog. Hips pull up and back, just pressing back towards your knees. And let's walk this dog, one heel down, pulling the other knee in. Keeping your hips square for now, just to get that stretch. Ooh, yeah, in the calves and the hamstrings. A little snap, crackle, pop happening. It's all good. And then you can start letting those hips move up and down, side to side. Feeling that stretch, move around. And also we're just moving through those joints. Hips, knees, ankles, toes. Just getting things moving around a little bit. Getting that synovial fluid moving. Lubing up your joints. And if you've got a spot somewhere in here in this march that feels really good, like, ooh yeah, right there, go ahead and hang out there for a second. Take a couple breaths in your spot. And then even yourself out and bend both knees evenly up on the balls of your feet. Scoop your tailbone towards the ceiling. Press your chest back towards your knees, and then start to press your heels back down and your knees back just as far as you feel like you can without losing that scoop. Don't lose your scoop. And of course, you may not actually see a scoop, and that's okay. You just want to feel like you're scooping that tailbone to the ceiling. That's what's going to get you the stretch for your hamstrings. And then walk your feet up to your hands. Deep breath in, reach up. Woo. And mountain pose. All right. Balance your weight evenly, front to back, side to side on your feet. Feet can be together or hip distance or anywhere in between. Just find a good spot for that mountain pose. And then just take some nice deep breaths. And as you're breathing in, think you're breathing in up the front of your body. Lift up on your quads, belly button goes in and up, sternum lifts up, crown of your head lifts up. And as you exhale, you're breathing out, down the back of your body. Shoulder blades go back and down. Tailbone points down towards the floor. Take some deep breaths right here. Let's add on that reach. As you inhale, reach up. Lift up, get tall. Stay tall as you exhale right back into your mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Adding on, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hinge at your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Get that connection, get that support, and then tuck your chin in. Reach the crown of your head down. A couple deep breaths right here. And then inhale into a half lift, long spine. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Get that long flat back. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And then exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up, reach up, lift up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hinge at your hips, bend your knees, fold yourself in half, tuck your chin. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, get that long flat back. Inhale, and come all the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, back into mountain pose. Take a couple deep breaths right here. Now, if you feel like you can't get all the way down like that, that is absolutely okay. So your forward fold might be something like this. That's great. Your half lift might be something like this. Still perfectly fine. So especially if your back is really talking to you today and going all the way down, and especially coming all the way up like that, is just not in your repertoire today, that's okay. Give yourself some support, keep your knees soft, and you focus on rounding and flattening through your back this way. So meet your body where it is this morning, wherever that is. So here we go. Deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, long flat back. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain. Let's do it one more time and then we'll add on the vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. All right, away we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, nice deep breath. Hands come down to the floor right underneath your shoulders and step it back into plank. Find a nice plank for yourself. Shoulders slightly protracted, separated. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Don't let them get too wide. And then tuck your ribs and hips together. Nice and strong. Trying to flatten out that little curve in your lower back. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're lowering straight down. Chaturanga. Elbows go straight back. Chest and chin hover towards the floor. And then inhale, scoop forward and up into up dog. Shoulders retract and depress. Not here, but here. And then turn your toes under and use those abs. Push and pull back. Down dog. Inhale back into plank. You can always do this on your knees. Same thing with chaturanga. Exhale, elbows straight back still, but you can be on your knees. Scoop it forward and up. And you can always do baby cobra instead of up dog. Chest and rib cage stay on the floor. Exhale and pull back into child pose instead of down dog. So you got those options. All of that a little easier on your wrists, elbows, shoulders, and lower back. So if any of that is talking to you this morning, yeah, take a modification. It's all good. Let's inhale back into plank. On your knees or on your toes. Exhale, chaturanga, knees or toes. Inhale, scoop it up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, pull it back. Down dog or child pose. Let's go through that one more time. Inhale, plank, knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga, knees or toes. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. All right, we're going to flow all that together. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift, hands down, step back plank, knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse swan dive, reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank. Go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. All the way back up. Reach at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. Alrighty. So we're getting into our warrior poses today. But before we do our warrior series, we're going to get that nice calf stretch that we got the last time we did it. Because it feels good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank. Go through your vinyasa. And let's bring that right foot halfway up between your foot and your hands. And we're just going to crouch down over that right leg. So left leg just out of the way. And then put all of your weight, your whole upper body, just get it right over the top of that right leg and lean down into it. And as you lean down, you're going to feel that right heel is going to want to pop up off the floor. And it's okay, you can let it float up off the floor a little bit and then see if you can just sink it back down. Getting a nice deep stretch going right up the back of your ankle. Now, the flexibility that you have in your joints is mostly hereditary. Mobility is something that we can work and we can train. But at some point your bones are going to stop you. So everybody's going to look different in these stretches where we're really working around one of the joints. So just go to the place where you feel the stretch. That's good enough. Doesn't matter what you look like. And then if you want to, you can just very slightly move side to side, almost as if you're pointing your knee over your big toe, and then you're pointing your knee over your little toe, just a little side to side, and you'll feel that stretch move around your ankle too. Really great stretch. Hitting that soleus, it's a tough one to hit. But it is really important to hit this muscle, especially if you do a lot of walking, a lot of running, a lot of cycling. It can tighten up that muscle, which pulls on tendons, and that kind of tightness can lead to, well, stiff ankles, but also plantar fasciitis. So you want to make sure to open up this muscle. Yay. All right. That feels good. Come on out of it, just however you need to. Nothing fancy. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Let's get back into that plank. And we're going to go through the vinyasa again. And then from your down dog, step your left foot up halfway. Crouch down over that left leg. Get your right leg just out of the way. And then your whole upper body sits on that left leg, leaning forward, and at some point your heel's going to pop up off the floor. And then once it does, just see if you can keep this nice deep stretch, but just sit back just enough to kiss that heel back down to the floor. Ooh. Take a nice deep breath. So for my weightlifters out there, this is a really great stretch. If you have trouble getting deep into squats and the thing that's holding you back is your ankles, this is a magical stretch for that. Maybe even seen some friends of mine who do Olympic weightlifting they put this leg up on a box and then put like a 50-pound plate down on top just to give it a little extra weight. And again, you've got that little side to side move if you like. Pinky toe to big toe. Just getting all around. Getting into that ankle. Yay. All right. And then come out of that however you like. Slowly, of course. And then inhale back into plank and go through your vinyasa. From down dog, inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. All right. So now that we've opened up your calves, we're going to get into those warrior lunges. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank, go through your vinyasa. All right, let's inhale that right foot all the way up between your hands. If it doesn't quite make it, that's okay. Just grab a hold of your ankle and help it up. And we're gonna drop that left heel down. So this right here is why we stretch the soleus. Knee over ankle on the right side, and then lift yourself up into that warrior lunge. Now, if you notice that when you come up, you're still kind of leaning over that right leg, that just means your hips are a little tight today, and you might want to try a narrower stance. You definitely want your knee over your ankle on that right side. How deeply you are in this lunge is completely up to you. So you listen to your body. Knee over ankle on the right, and you've got this little open space in your hips. So we're not here, we're here. Knee over ankle, and you're pressing that left leg back. Quads are engaged, pressing that heel back. You can probably already feel a stretch on the front of that leg. Then squeeze your glutes, and you're gonna reach that left hip towards the upper corner of your mat. And that's gonna really open up that stretch across the front of that left hip. Keeping your right knee over your ankle, and then let your upper body twist until your chest is square over that right knee, and then just reach those arms up. And you can just reach your arms up over your head, that's perfect. Or if you want, bring your palms together, and really reach those arms up. Or if you want, if your balance says it's okay, you can scoop those shoulder blades under and drop your head back. It is totally up to you, whatever your warrior one is looking like today. Pressing that left heel back, that leg is so strong. Left hip pressing forward, right knee over right ankle. Chest is tall, and you're taking deep breaths. And then open up into warrior two. Still low in that lunge, knee over ankle on the right, and if you need to, you can open that left foot to the side a little bit. Shoulders are over hips. So resist the temptation on this one to lean over that front leg. And your legs are going to stay exactly as they are. Flip your right hand palm up and reverse your warrior. Reach up on that right side. All the way from your right hip, you're reaching up. And then elbow comes down to that right thigh. Left arm sweeps back, up and over for extended angle. Reaching on that left side. Make your left side as long as you can. Deep breaths. Good time for the Ujjayi breath too. Now stay low in that lunge. Keep your right knee over your right ankle. We are coming back up to warrior two. Shoulders over hips. Knee over ankle, keep breathing. And hands come down to the floor. Woo! Inhale back into plank. And go through your vinyasa. Inhale your left leg all the way up between your hands. Dropping that right heel down. And find your warrior lunge. Most important, you got to have that knee over ankle on the left side. So wherever you need to put your feet to feel stable and to feel like you can still keep that left hip kind of open, just that little shelf right there, you do you. Pressing that left heel back, quads are engaged. This is a long, strong, right leg. Left knee over left ankle, and then squeeze your glutes on your right side. Reach. Ah! I knew I was going to feel this morning. Reach that right hip towards the upper corner of your mat. And as you reach that hip, make sure that number one, that left hip stays open and your knee stays over your ankle. And then keep rotating. Chest square over that left knee, and then reach your arms up. Find your warrior one, whatever it is looking like for you today. And take deep breaths. That right heel is pressing back. Your right hip is reaching forward. Chest is tall. Rib cage expands with every breath. Stay low in your lunge, open out, warrior two. That right foot can open out a little bit. Left knee stays over left ankle, shoulders over hips. Keep breathing deeply. Flip that left hand, palm up, reverse your warrior. Reaching up with the entire left side of your body. Keep breathing deeply, bring that left elbow down. Right arm sweeps back up and over into extended angle. One long line on the right side of your body. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. All right, keep that left knee over your left ankle. Come back up to warrior two. Shoulders over hips. Hands down. Ooh, yeah. Inhale back into plank and go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach up at the top. And exhale. Mountain pose. All right. Whew. Come on into the center of your mat. The long ends out to either side. So we're going to do one of our versions of triangle pose. This particular version looks a lot like the warrior lunge. We're just going in a different direction with it. So first step, take a nice deep breath in, reach up, exhale, take a giant step out to either side. Arms come down parallel to the floor. And then point right down at the floor, bending your wrists. One day, you're going to have your ankles underneath your wrists. That is the eventual goal. If that's not today, that's totally okay. Just want to let you know that is eventually going to be a really wide stance. So we're going to get into our lunge a little differently than we were for our warriors in our sun salutation. Just turn that right foot out to the side and then let that left heel flare back. So this should feel pretty familiar. Now, a couple things to watch out for. As soon as you turn that right foot out, your hips are going to want to do this. That right hip is going to want to close down, and that left hip is going to want to pop up. So to keep that from happening, you have to squeeze your butt and level your hips to the floor. They don't have to be square to the wall. They can be off at an angle. That's perfectly fine, but they have to be level to the floor. Now stay nice and tall with your ribs away from your hips, keeping your shoulders over your hips. You're going to lunge down. Go real slow so that you can feel the moment that right hip tries to shift, because it's going to want to. So keep your shoulders over your hips, come down till you have knee over ankle. So if you realize suddenly that you can't get out of this position, then you probably took too wide a stance for today. So you want to make sure that that right hip has that little space there. Shoulders over hips, knee over ankle. Flip your palms. Rotate your arms. Just rotate your arms. Reach that left arm up. Feel that stretch right here. Back of your right hand on the inside of your right knee. Keep reaching up as you start to slide down. Keep reaching up on the left. Up, up, up on the left. Up, up, up on the left. And what we're trying to do is keep this little open space underneath your right rib cage. Pressing your right arm back towards that right knee. Just come down as low as you feel like you can maintain the strength of the posture. If that's not very low today, that's okay. Meet your body where it is. It's all good. Reach that left arm up and put your head right on top of your spine, and you're just going to swivel chin to shoulder and look up at that left hand and keep breathing deeply. Keep the strength in that right leg. Don't let yourself collapse. You can do this. And then inhale and come up. and turn your left foot out. And your right heel flares back. Keep those hips level. Don't let that happen. Squeeze your butt on the right. Keep those hips level. Keep your shoulders over your hips and start to lunge down. Go as slowly as you need to make sure that that left hip doesn't close down. Knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. So it starts out looking a lot like Warrior Two. Flip your palms, rotate your arms, and reach that right arm up. Reach, 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 reach. Feel that stretch all the way down your side. Reach, reach, reach. Left hand to the inside of your left knee. Keep reaching. Keep reaching as you slide down. Keep reaching as you slide down. Keep reaching up. Don't let this close down. Keep your chest nice and open. That right shoulder is back. Just come down as far as you feel okay going. You want to still feel the strength in that left leg. Then put your head right on top of your spine and just swivel. Chin towards shoulder. Looking up. Breathing deeply. And then press yourself back up. Nice deep breath in. And then another deep breath in. Reach up. Feet come together. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Whew. All right. So now we've worked those legs pretty hard. So we're going to give them a couple of stretches. Let's see how many stretches we've got time for. Ooh, not a ton. We'll do my two favorites then. Come on down to the floor. Kneeling position. Now, as much as you can, you want your knees together. That might just not be possible. That's okay. They can also be right in front of your hips, but not wider than your hips. It's a different stretch. So knees in front of your hips or together, and then you're going to put your feet on the outside of your hips. Now, this is obviously a very deeply flexed position for your knees. So if this is not happening for you today, that is okay. Grab yourself some books or a big pillow or something to sit on to just lift you up so that you're still getting a nice stretch for your legs, for your knees, but without it being so intense. This is also a big stretch for the front of your ankles. So we spent a lot of time with those ankles dorsiflexed with your feet, your toes pulling up, and now we're doing a plantar flex so that you're getting that nice stretch to the front of your ankles. So once you have found a place where you can feel the stretch but you're not torturing yourself completely, shoulders over hips, let's just take some deep breaths. So what we're doing is we're creating a tourniquet effect here in your knees, cutting off the blood supply to the lower part of your legs, to your ankles, to your feet, and then we're going to let it go and you're going to get that nice massage. We're going to add a little something for your upper back. Bring your hands back to your feet. Elbows point back, shoulders retract and depress and lift your sternum up. So we're just adding a little thoracic bridge here. Keep breathing. Now this is called Vajrasana, and there is a version of this posture called Supta Vajrasana. That just means that you eventually go back towards the floor. And we'll do that one another time, I promise, because it's really great. Now this is supposed to be uncomfortable on those knees. It's supposed to be uncomfortable on your ankles. You're gonna be okay. Just keep breathing. Now, as slowly as you need to, come out of this. But then once you're up and out, you feel like you can move freely, quickly come down to Shavasana. And you will feel that rush of freshly oxygenated blood going down through your knees and your calves and your ankles and your feet, all those nice warm tinglies. That's why we do this posture. Now we're going to do the same thing for your hips with wind removing pose. So pull your right knee in towards your chest, interlace your fingers, get a nice tight grip, and bring that grip just below your kneecap. Pull your leg out to the side and then in towards your armpit. So you're trying to avoid your rib cage, getting a deeply flexed position for that right hip. But here's the trick. You're not using your hip flexors to do it, you're using your arms. So relax your leg, relax your core, and just use those strong arms to pull that leg down. Elbows are going to stay close to your body. Those strong arms are pulling that right knee in towards your armpit. On your left leg, reach your heel away so that your calf is still making contact with the floor. Couple more deep breaths, building up that supply of freshly oxygenated blood behind the tourniquet we're creating in your hip now. And then release it down. Woo! And feel all the warm tinglies. And then inhale your left leg up. Interlace your fingers, bring that grip just below your kneecap, pull that leg out, around, in towards your armpit, strong arms, relax your leg, relax your core. Elbows close. Shoulders are still back on the floor. Our leg is nice and loose. Pulling in with your arms. Getting your hip deeply into flexion without using the hip flexors. Deep breaths. And then release. Yay, warm tinglies. So nice. And then pull both knees into your chest just gently and rock side to side. We're going to get a little spine twist going on the floor here. Drop your knees over to the left, reach your right arm out, and shimmy those shoulder blades around until they're flat on the floor. Turn your head right on top of your spine, just a little swivel, looking out over your right arm. Take deep breaths right into the center of your body. And pull your knees back to center. Rock side to side a couple times. And then drop them over to the right. Reach your left arm out. Shimmy those shoulder blades around till they're flat underneath you. Keeping your head right on top of your spine, just swivel. Looking out over that left arm. Deep breaths. And then pull your knees back to center, rock side to side, and then rock and roll back up to a seated position, right where we started. Okay, now I'm getting a little chilly. Take a second to close your eyes and check in. How you're feeling now. Taking some deep breaths, notice what's moving. Go ahead and open your eyes. Deep breath in, reach up, lift up, get tall, palms touch. Exhale, hands down to heart center. All right. Thanks so much for coming this morning. Here with me live, my early morning warriors. Thank you, thank you. And if you're joining me a little later in the day, my afternoon warriors, my evening warriors, my midnight warriors, right on. Thanks for being here. Y'all have a great rest of your day. If you have any comments, any questions, any requests for next time, let me know. Leave something for me in the comments. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 6. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow.